This is part 4 of How to Play Somebody to Love by Queen. We're going to be looking at the second verse and then the bridge section, which leads us into the guitar solo. There's not a big difference between our two verses, we just changed the opening 4 chords. With this being middle C for reference, let me just demonstrate each of our verses. Those 4 chords are A flat major, E flat over G to our F minor 7 back up to A flat major. Starting with our first A flat major chord. Left hand's going to play A flat octaves. With our right hand, we're going to play A flat and C together with our left hand. Then A flat and C by themselves. With our right hand, we're then going to play octave A flats, then E flat, back down to C. A flats, E flat, C. Our left hand is going to move down to G bass notes, while our right hand also plays B flat and E flat. After we play the B flat and E flat, we're going to play G, and then lower G here, moving down to our F minor. Played with the same pattern that we do for the E flat, just over F. So F octaves in our left, right hand's going to play A flat and C again. Then we go to F and play the upper F bass note down there. Last thing that we change is back up to A flat octaves in our left hand. Right hand's going to play A flat, C and E flat together. Then your right hand plays this A flat major chord again to switch into the B flat 7. Then everything played from that B flat 7 onwards, we play the same way as we did in our first verse, which we learnt in part 2 of this series. After you run through the rest of our verse, we then go into the pre-chorus and then the chorus. Once you get to the outro of the chorus, so this bit, we're going to stop. Up until there. Then, instead of playing this as our chorus outro, we're going to play the same right hand pattern that we have here, which is C and E flat together, A flat, C, A flat octaves, E flat, C. So it's that pattern that we already know from the chorus, or the chorus outro. And all we're going to do is, instead of moving our left hand down from A flat to G down to F, we're going to hold on the A flat bass notes for 2 bars. Again. This takes us into an A flat 7 chord, which we use to lead us into our bridge. Keeping our A flat octaves in our left hand, what we're going to play is this A flat here, down to G flat, which is our flat and 7, back up to A flat. You You can really hear this G flat in the mix, so I'm going to recommend that we accent this. After we play this A flat, we're going to play our left hand again on our A flat octaves while our right hand plays G flat, A flat, C and E flat all together. So it's your A flat major chord, A flat, C and E flat, which we've already used in this video, but add in our flat and 7 there to make a dominant 7 chord. So G flat, A flat, C, E flat. To finish off this bar, you then play A flat and C by themselves. Then the chord, A flat, C. For our next bar, on every beat, we're going to have A flat bass notes, 5, 6. To match that with our right hand, what we're going to play is E flat, down to C, then A flat octaves, to A flat and G flat. So 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The chords that we use for our bridge are D flat major, also playing D flat 7. We have G flat major and G flat minor, to a B flat 7, the same chord that we've used a whole bunch in this song already, and E flat major, using the same two variations here as we do for our E flat major pattern. And with this bit, you also go and switch up to a D flat major chord. Starting with our first D flat major chord, with our left hand we're going to have D flat octaves. Right hand is going to play the first inversion of D flat major, which is going to be F, A flat, and then the D flat on top. So playing right above our bass notes there. Our rhythm is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do that for 2 bars. For our third bar, we're going to play D flat major 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to keep the left hand here, D flat, and play this D flat as well. Hold down our left hand while our right hand can then play this F here. Into D flat 7. Keep D flat in your left hand. Right hand's going to move up and play the standard 1-3-5 of D flat major, which is D flat, F, and then A flat. But we're also going to add in this B here, which, technically speaking, C flat. Freddie does change the rhythm up slightly there, sort of a kind of like that. But after our D flat 7 here, which is a very nice cadence to G flat major, which we play for 2 bars. G flat in your left hand. The right hand pattern is B flat and D flat together, going down to the G flat. We move back to the B flat and D flat together again, but this time we add the upper G flat. Then we go back to B flat and D flat, down to G flat. For 2 bars. Adding in our left hand, we just play the first 2 notes there with our left hand together. After we have the B flat, D flat and octave G flat, we then play this upper G flat bass note, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do that exact same pattern for another 2 bars. All we're going to do is make our B flat an A, which gives us a G flat minor chord. So it's still the same pattern. We're just making our B flat that A. So really quickly, that would be A and D flat together with our left hand, G flat, A, D flat, G flat together, upper G flat bass note, then the A and D flat again, down to G flat. B flat 7, B flat octaves, right hand plays A flat, B flat, D and F. We should be familiar with this chord. We're going to play it 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. And on beats 5 and 6 we add B flat down to A flat. Do that for 4 bars, and then we move into our E flat major, which is E flat octaves in your left hand. Right hand starts off on B flat, E flat, G. Then immediately comes up to E flat, G, B flat with this octave E flat. The final thing that we do for our bridge is play this back and forth between a D flat major and E flat major. Starting with that D flat major, we are playing this over E flat. Our right hand plays A flat, D flat, and then the F on top. A flat, D flat, F. And the E flat major that we play is G, B flat, and then E flat on top. So it was this chord before, but we can drop that lower E flat. The way that I like to play this with my left hand is I will play the octaves together with our D flat chord, then play upper E flat bass note, then our E flat chord, repeat that. That is going to lead us into the next part for this series, which is going to be our final lesson. If you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in part 5, which is the final lesson, where we will be looking at the 3rd and 4th verse, and then the outro of the song.